We are so excited. Today we're going to be showing you the brand new IOD fall release that is going on sale right now. Like they just launched. So check out JamiRayVintage.com for all of these products. We're going to show you how to use them to make over thrifted finds. Nothing that we're making over today costs more than $5.
We've got the new IOD Roses mold. This is the cameo mold, favorite on this one.
I think we can do a whole video just on that.
And then this is the frames, which is great. We're gonna do a lot of fun things with this too.
With the transfers, there is the brocante transfer. And then this is a redo of one of our absolute favorite traditional pots. Now comes in multiple colors. And then there's two stamps.
So this is kind of a revamp of like the wood and the crackle and the distress, and we like this a lot. The size is great, really easy to use.
Vintage textures, and then we have Fruitful Harvest. This one is a 2-pack, perfect for fall. We're gonna be using IOD's air dry clay. Comes in a 14.1, not just 14.1 ounce bag. And we're gonna be using it in the mold. So we'll show you first how we do the molds, and then we're gonna show you where we put them.
So this one's gonna be getting rose molds. We like to dust the molds with cornstarch. It really helps them release. There's a micro rim on these IOD molds, and it makes it really easy to get your clay the right level. Then you just roll them out. Once you've got them rolled out, it's really easy to work with. They do have a ton of detail, so just be careful not to smash your mold.
I picked this up for like $1 at Savers, $2. Can't remember, it was pretty cheap. It's got scratches all in the pewter and it's kind of plain, so I thought it'd be fun to fix up. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue these. We just use the caulking gun full of glue. You can also use wood glue. You can use like Eileen's tacky glue, whatever works for you. We just like this setup because it dries fast and it holds really well. I'm going to put this on here. Try to make sure it's centered and upright. And then my little cameo, make sure her head is right side up. She needs to have the glue smushed to the edge. You want to make sure you glue down the edges really good so they don't pop up. The molds have mostly dried. You should let them dry overnight for best practice. But they've got a good crust on them, so we're gonna get started painting. I have DIY old school. I'm gonna get started painting that. Zeb's gonna actually mix a custom color and he'll show you what he's doing with that.
So I've got petticoat pink.
Christmas is coming, lots of little dollies gonna be given away, so I think this is a good time of year to be doing gifts like this.
I'm trying to stretch this pink, the petticoat pink, so I've got some white swan. Then I'm gonna add some kissing booth because we want to white wax it. This got quite a bit brighter than the petticoat pink. By adding the kissing booth, we could lighten it up more with white, but I think with the white wax, it'll tone it back to where we want it to be.
Yeah, I want it to be kind of a rosy pink. All right, so next up, we're gonna be painting things that are gonna get transfers. Our process is always paint, seal, transfer, then seal again. We're going to paint the bottoms later, or we'll just sand them so they're not all yucky. But we need to just put some top coat on here. That way we have a nice surface for our transfers to adhere to. And I don't need to top coat everything, just where I'm gonna put transfers.
Let's dive into this transfer, the brocante. We're looking for the birds. We're gonna put the birds on here, but I thought I'd show you all of this. Are they on the last page?
I thought we already, oh, there they are.
Here we go. There's 2 sheets of them, I believe. Yep,
yes.
2 different styles of birds. Actually, they look fairly similar. You can line them all up in a row if you want. I'm gonna go with these bigger guys. I'm gonna start with this fluffy one on this side. I'm gonna try to cut it along this bird here. Gonna neatly cut him out because this guy's gonna go off the page. I like to rub it all down before I start in one corner or the other. Just get some good adhesion going. I think I'm gonna start right here. If it rips a little, that's okay. It's very thin. You just keep putting your transfer back down until it sticks.
Ta-da! Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and distress with my random orbital sander and 220 sandpaper just to give it a little bit of age. We may have to come in with some wet distress, but I think it'll give an overall good look.
All right, it's time to bring these two home. We're gonna start doing some waxing. We're gonna clear wax first, and then we're gonna do white wax over. We clear wax first with the DIY clear wax because that's gonna give it a little bit resist so that we don't get so much white wax on there that we can't control it and completely changes the color of what we painted. Every now and then we do, if we really wanna soften something up, we just white wax it. But this, we kind of want them to be more true to color, and the white wax to just sit down in the accent pieces that we've added.
So a few weeks ago we picked up this tin. It had this star in the middle of it that I didn't love, and I'm actually going to paint the inside white, and then we're going to stamp with the pumpkin from the new Harvest set. I'm using DIY's White Swan. It can paint metal, it can paint plastic, we use it on wood, it works pretty much on everything. That'll give us a nice little section in the middle we can stamp. Okay, Zeb has this clear waxed. I'm gonna go ahead and come back and white wax the details. Especially where this paper clay cameo is. I'm just wiping this back, bringing back some of the detail and bringing back the original color that we used underneath, which was DIY's Old School. The detail on this really pops with that wax, and then it's just kind of toning back and aging the rest of the vase.
This is the new Vintage Textures, and it's brand new. It comes with its own mount already. I'm going to season this real quick, just some 220 grit sandpaper. Just go over it real lightly. Gives it some tooth for your medium, whether you're using paint or ink. You don't have to go crazy. Just, you see I'm just brushing it a little bit, just to get that new rubbery texture off. I'm not gonna use the backer, we're gonna go freestyle. So this is Farm Fresh that we painted this with originally. Going back with that same color, I'm just gonna use a brayer. You can pour your paint out on whatever. We used to use silicone mats, and now we use random paper plates that are decorated in fall. Just gonna roller it on here on the side that I just scuffed up with the sandpaper. And I don't want a complete square. You can see how this doesn't have just square edges everywhere. I don't want to use that. I'm gonna go on here kind of at an angle. I'm just gonna lay it down soft, and then I'm just gonna kind of tickle it, as the IOD sisters like to say. We're just gonna try this other one here. This is like a big crackle. See what that one looks like when it dries. All right, this is like a big distress pattern, which we already distressed. I think this is gonna make it look like big chippy crackle on here. And you can do other colors, you can blend, you could mix and match the colors if you wanted to get like a deep layered look and just kind of reposition this and use different ones and go crazy with it with different colors. I think you could get a really fun layered look. IOD decor ink and stamp pad here. We're going black on this pumpkin. We're gonna get a good outline. Then we'll see if I can paint it. If not, if we mess it up, we'll paint it all white again. We may just like it straight black and white with the green. Oh, I guess I'm committed. We're over to the side a little bit. So I've got Summer Crush, Queen Bee, And Prairie Gray in DIY paints. I just got our little 3/8 stencil brush because I want something nice and stiff. Helps me keep in the lines. Prairie Gray for the stem up top here. And I'm gonna go a little bit out of the lines. We're gonna kind of freeform this. So the stamp kind of helps you see where the light spots should be. Gonna get the summer crush going on here. You can see I'm leaving the lighter spots where the stamp isn't, or at least that's the attempt. I might have to come back and do this stem one more time. Okay, I've got some hints of yellow coming in with that queen bee. Then just a little bit more of this where I messed up over here. Add a little bit of color to the center of that.
Ta-da!
Love it.
Nailed it.
It's got a very fall theme going on here.
Yeah. We have the new classic pots. Super excited for this to come out. If you look on the back, it will show you a two-toned English crock, which we happen to have a ton of actual antique English crocks just waiting for these. So we'll drop a link below if you wanted to get a crock that you can put these on. So we're gonna be using just some thrifted items, some cheese crocks.
These are some that we thrifted a few weeks ago, and these ones haven't sold, so we're gonna go ahead and IOD them up, as we like to say.
So the white ones are a little bit hard to see. So if you go to the first page of black, it'll show you what the first page of white has, just to give you an idea, because the white ones are a little bit hard to see. Oh, while Zeb's doing that, guess what? They also come in French blue.
Take the lid off for now.
A page of French blue. You get two pages of black, a page of white, and a page of French blue. I'm so excited for the white because I have a ton of these dark cheese crocks and they look so good with the white transfer.
I was trying to show you while I did it, but I've got to come up here and do some work.
Work it.
Oh, so much better.
Isn't that cute? So I counted it, there's 5 sheets of 8, and if my math is correct, that's 40, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of transfers.
That's 40 little transfers, so you literally could do 40 little pots with the traditional pots transfer. Ta-da! Let me see. Oh, I like it.
Yeah, it's super good.
Especially on the cream, that looks good.
So these are recently waxed. They do look splotchy, we know about it. Give them 24 hours to dry. It's gonna even out and then we'll buff them. It'll be great. We'll show you the pictures of that at the end.
Stay tuned for all the close-up shots of all the amazing detail. It's a little bit late right now where we're doing the sign out, but we had to get this video finished so that way you can see all the new products the day of the release. If you wanna shop, visit JamiRayVintage.com. Zeb is gonna put each individual link of the new items below. And if you want to shop these items completed, we will also have those in our Antique Vintage Found collection. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.